say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
States, that was Skylar Cole with the singing of tonight's national anthem. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Boston Celtics. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for Boston. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the 5 spot. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Here's Okogie. Back to Ball. Five to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And the basket by Bridges.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Tatum against Bridges. Right side, Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Ball. Holiday has the open look. The wide open shot is on the money.
That's incredible patience right there. Just letting the play develop. Nice job, Drew Holiday.
Miller outside. Missed inside. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Outside Tatum. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
They just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. They didn't shoot it well and also didn't get the best of looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Now here's White. 14 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Oh, that is impressive stuff from Derek White. Defender in his grill, no problem.
Here's Ball. Miller outside. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Back to Ball. Over Holiday. Charlotte again missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And given Lamello Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Brown. Down low. Here's White. Puts the move on. The shot comes out.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Ball finds Williams. Bridges outside to stop the drought. Gets the 3 to fall. Bridges has got 5.
Miles Bridges getting more and more audacious from the three-point line. We see you, sir.
Here's Tatum. And he goes big with the dunk right over Miles Bridges.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to review the game plan. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And checking the 2K leaderboard. These teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Celtics in second.
Their three-point accuracy last year was exceptional, largely because of their patience. They would wait for the best look before pulling the trigger.
Celtics on D. Tatum with a steal. It's Brown on the wing. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Ball against Holiday. Okogie on the wing. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Charlotte, no good that time either. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. Right side Brown for three. The rebound by Bridges.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Miller can't get it to go. Celtics lead by 3. Holiday taking his time here. Tatum with a screen from the high post. And it's Boston scoring again.
Over the years, Drew Holiday very willing to take those mid-range opportunities.
Miller, the pass to Ball. Chalk up 2 there.
What a finish by Lamello Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Outside Tatum. Brown with a screen. Tatum inside. He's guarded by Bridges. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got his second bucket on the night.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
And Williams punches it home.
Boy, what a nice find from Lamello Ball. You can tell this guy loves setting up his teammates.
Boston with the ball. Following the bucket by the Hornets. And here's Tatum. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Tatum's got 6 points.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a 3-level scorer.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Okogie. No one near him. Hauled in by Brown.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
And here's Tatum. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. He's got 9.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Some changes for Charlotte. Williams is checked in for Okogie, and it's man in for Miller. And here's Charlotte now. Trailing by 8, and the basket by Bridges.
Well, how about the in-between game? Get to the mid-range if you're Miles Bridges and take advantage.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Williams, banked it in off the glass. And now just a 4-point Celtic lead.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Horford, a screen on Williams. There's Tatum with the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Horford, set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And Bridges, here we go. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Boston leading by 4. Pass to Pritchard. There's the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Now, Jason Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
And here's man. The baseline J. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Tatum finds Horford. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Hornets trail by 5. And there's 1:45 left now in the first quarter. And there's the screen. Williams from long range. Kept alive by Charlotte. Ball surveys the floor. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Some changes for Charlotte. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Williams. And Brandon Miller subbed in for Ball. Boston leading by 5. Pass to Shireman. Here's Hauser. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Now Tatum. He's got 9. Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Pritchard's got his second bucket of the night.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Up top man. Still no points. Pass to Williams. 3-pointer Bridges. Hauser grabs the board. The Celtics with the lead. Here he goes. Shireman. Rebounded by Nurkic. Charlotte has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Bridges. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Doesn't go that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics out in front, up 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Boston leading by 6. Smith out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Williams. And it's Miller in at the 3. Small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Miller on the wing. The 3. Drills it from deep. Miller's got 6.
Well, Brandon Miller working without the basketball, but as soon as it finds his hands, boy, he is shot ready.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Now here's Mann. He's scoreless. Shireman grabs the board. Boston has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Tatum drills the 3.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Williams on the wing. Smith outside. Back to Williams. And Charlotte another 3.
This quarter, they're doing some real damage from outside the arc, trying to stay within striking distance here.
And Tatum fires one home.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Smith with it. Outside, Williams. Off target from three-point range.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Get there.
Outside man. Pass to Miller. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Hauser. Shot from the wing. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Here's Pritchard following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Horford. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Horford's got his first points of the night. Hornets trail by 10. Now here's Mann. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Smith outside. Williams with the screen. Clock at 4. Smith finds Nurkic. Here's Mann. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Hauser. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. And here's White. It's Brown on the wing. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
PA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Now here's Brown. Yet to see a basket. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Boston on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
First one falls for him. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And both free throws good for Brown. The big challenge for the Hornets in recent years has been just staying healthy, Doris.
You're right, PA, and I think that's the extra frustrating part because there are some quality young pieces in the city and for the organization. You know that old expression, the best ability is availability.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
White, the pass to Brown. It's Tillman, high post. He's against Bridges. That one goes. Count it.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Hornets trail by 16. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Here's Tillman. Oh, from deep. Offensive board. Porzingis misses. The Hornets have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Hits a three-pointer. Okogie's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, Okogie is somewhat streaky. If he can knock down consistent threes, look out, folks.
Outside, Brown. Here's the floater. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Okogie. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Inside. Here's Nurkic. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Brown inside. He's against Bridges. Brown, that's good. Brown's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Hornets trail by 13. Miller, the pass to Ball. Here's Okogie. Pass to Miller. Puts it up from 17. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. Charlotte shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Man, he's checked in for Miller.
One shot.
And Doris, at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds, Yusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
BA, we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim, not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher.
Now here's man. No points so far. Pass to Bridges. Here's Okogie. Now Nurkic. Ball outside. From behind the arc. And that one's good. Man's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I just love the ball boy.
Holiday with the ball. Outside Porzingis. White finds Brown. And Brown knocking down the triple.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Here's Okogie, defended by Brown. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Brandon Miller comes in for man. Ball right side. With the floater. That shot missing. Nice D from Brown. Boston leading by 10. White on the wing. Tillman with a screen. Releases. White. Good.
Well, that's the intelligence that Derek White plays with. This guy in pick-and-roll action always seems to make the right decision.
Ball passes to Williams. And Porzingis with the block. Holiday against Ball. Brown. Okogie pulls down the board. Charlotte has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Miller. Charlotte, no good that time either. Boston has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. Pass to Holiday. Now here's Brown. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
To me, this is Jaylen Brown at his best, right? A superb player who gets to the rim in no time.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. No good on the free throw.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
And the second free throw is good.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
The take from Ball. And Ball throws it down.
You see the decisiveness right there with Lamello. Ball makes up his mind on the drive that he's going to dunk it.
Outside, Brown takes it inside, lays it up and banks it in. Brown's got 12 points now in the quarter. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Boston out in front. They lead by 13. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. It'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Raptors in Toronto. 7:30 Eastern for the tip-off in that one.
And this could be a fairly competitive one.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Hornets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy looks, Shaq.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Holiday. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Xavier Tillman is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. Ball passes to Williams. Now Miller. Lets it go from deep. Okogie's shot is off. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside Holiday. Out to the wing. Pass to White. From deep. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Okogie, the pass to Williams. Driving to the basket, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 8.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
Boston leading by 13. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Clock at 6. Miller against White. White missing again.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that
one. Ball against Holiday. Goes up at the elbow. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Ball's got his third basket on the night right there.
Well, you have to be willing to take what the defender gives you. Lamello Ball gets into that mid-range, makes the defender pay.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Boston ends up going with a new group. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year, the Celtics in second.
And they, of course, have a style of play that is all about physicality. I mean, they love to embrace the contact out on the court, but the possession game for them is always pivotal.
Now here's Tatum. 16 points for him.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Pass to Okogie. Miller outside. Here's Okogie. Fires for three. Here's Williams. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Back to Ball. Williams with the screen. This one for three. Ball sticks the three.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Celtics lead by 13. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Lamello Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Charlotte is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Okogie. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ball outside. Here's Miller. Misses a three.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Pritchard. Give him 8 points now. There's the drive. Hauser can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 15. Pass to Miller. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight. The Celtics have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Well, Doris, one thing about Lamello Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with the one individual player.
Now here's Tatum. 23 points in the game. Got it.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Hornets trail by 14. Now here's Ball. He's got 9. Bridges outside. Jacks up a three. Rebound Boston.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Pritchard going inside. Count it. Good. Pritchard's got 10 points in the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's Ball. Here's Williams. Second shot opportunity. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Pass to Hauser. Back to Pritchard. And here's Tatum. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Williams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now here's Miller. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
At this point, Brandon Miller is getting whatever he wants on the offensive end. Defense better step up.
And here's Tatum. He's got 25. Here's Pritchard. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. To the right side. And Ball with the basket. The assist from Miller. He's got 11.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Here's Pritchard. 10 points for him. Back to Tatum. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in the game. And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Bridges against Tatum. The dunk right over Miles Bridges.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Hornets trail by 12. Bridges outside. Here's Okogie. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Okogie's got 6.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Some changes for Charlotte. Nurkic has checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Bridges. And it's Mann in for Okogie. White, the pass to Holiday. Up and in on the layup. Holiday's got 6.
Just incredible focus from the veteran guard. Drew Holiday, no stranger to scoring against a big-time contest.
Pass to Nurkic. Williams from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shoots from 12. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Miller against Brown. Fades and shoots. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Celtics lead by 11. Outside Holiday. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Miller. Ooh, Brown takes it to the D inside.
You see Jaylen Brown, he has the kind of verticality, athleticism necessary to make tough shots inside.
On the wing man, he's guarded by White. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
And for that game against Indiana, that one's going to be game number 9 of the year for them. Really starting to get towards the meat of things by then.
Smith, he's checked in for Charlotte. Outside Holiday. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Miller from 20 feet. Brown can't hit. Hornets trail by 13. Miller, the pass to Mann. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mann's got 5 now.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Holiday from long range. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Now Smith. No points yet. 5 on the clock. Williams a screen on White. Here's Smith. Pass to Williams. Another shot. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Hornets trail by 12. Trey Mann out there with Smith. Then it's Miles Bridges. Then it's Josh Okogie. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Hornets 5. Now here's Nurkic. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Yusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Second free throw, no good. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence. Well, Jaylen Brown, when he came into the league, was considered raw on the offensive end. That is no longer the case.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Man with it. Nurkic a screen on Holiday. Here's Man. Here's Nurkic.
You know, that's a great example of how Porzingis can use his length to bother a shooter.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Tatum. White on the wing. Tatum against Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. Tatum can't hit. Hornets trail by 13. On the wing man, he's covered by Holiday. Nurkic with the ball. Shoots over White. Charlotte again missing.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Tatum against Nurkic. Pass to Porzingis. 4-3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
Now, this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Outside White. The 3 is up. Tatum can't hit. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Takes a step back. Nice shot by Okogie.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Boston leading by 14. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Smith against White. Pass to Holiday. And here's Tatum. Gets the 3 ball to go. Tatum's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, Jason Tatum always working to expand his range. He might as well be in the next county.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Smith passes to Man. To the inside. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. Celtics lead by 17. Now here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Outside, Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's Smith. Williams a screen on White. Here's Mann. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
And here's White. Outside Holiday. Outside Brown. The kick to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Bridges. Again Boston.
Just tremendous confidence from Jason Tatum. This guy understands I am a scorer even at the most elite level.
On the wing man. He's covered by Holiday. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Doris, Trey Mann is an example of a semi-late bloomer in the NBA.
The NBA, that's not unusual for a player in his early 20s. Now he's been with a couple of different organizations. There's a versatility to how he contributes in the stat sheet. And a lot of times, especially for somebody of Trey Mann's skill set, it's about fit.
And he makes a first. Some changes for Charlotte. Williams is checked in for Bridges. Miller comes in for Okogie. And it's Ball in for Smith. The Celtics making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Brown. On the wing, Tatum. Back to Brown. Pass to Shireman. Now here's Tatum. Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Charlotte again missing.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Outside Tatum. Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 18. Pass to Williams. Williams in the post. And Pritchard pulls it down. The Celtics have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Outside Tatum. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Now here's Miller. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Tatum. Unloads. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Hornets trail by 21. Now here's Bridges. Counted from distance.
This guy's put in so much work that the jumper is almost automatic. Go ahead, Miles Bridges.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. To the wing on the left. Left side, Brown. Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. Jason Tatum, and that's good. Tatum's got 38 points.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And here's Bridges. Miller outside. Launches it. The kick out to Ball. Pass to Bridges. Fires the three. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Bridges has got 6 in the quarter.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams misses. Celtics lead by 18. Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Timeout. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive, and the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
A minute 58 left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Mark Williams. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
And that one falls for Tatum. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
A new lineup here for Charlotte. And so Tatum nails both of them.
Well, what's impressive to me about Jason Tatum is how he attacks his weaknesses in the offseason. This guy is committed to greatness.
Now here's Nurkic. Pass to Smith. The floater. And the layup is up and in.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Now Brown. Back to Tatum. Here's Shireman. Right side Tatum from the arc. It's rebounded by Jeffries. Hornets trail by 20.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Celtics.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Hits the trifecta. 46 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Tatum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Grant Williams.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth. Smith against White. To the middle. Outside man. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. He's off on that one. Now Tatum. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.